You legit just brought all of this. You know when you said let me bring the dessert? I thought you'd bring the menu.
No, this is our menu.
Wow. Oh wow. And hello, welcome to the Black Divas YouTube channel, y'all. If this is your first time, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope after this restaurant review you'll feel the need to subscribe to the family. Thank you very much. But if this is not for your first time, hello boo boo, it's good to have you back. So today I have a restaurant review. It's been a minute, I know, but I took an opportunity on Wednesday after my graduation. We went out for lunch and I thought, well, I've never been to this restaurant, so I might as well do a restaurant review. So this is what's happening at this restaurant. It's called Portugalo, right? It is located in Four Ways, actually at Montecasino at the Piazza Square. So where there's a whole lot of restaurants. I know you guys know about Milk and Honey. It's around there, okay? It's close to Milk and Honey, but it's more on the outer square, right? So with that open space, opposite that open space, Portugalo. All right, obviously based on the name, it's a Portuguese restaurant. Yes, and they have traditional Portuguese meals as well as other circular meals such as your normal burgers and pastas and your main grill meals. So let's talk about curb appeal. Because it's at the Piazza, you have to park at Montecasino parking as per normal, and most of you guys know that Montecasino parking is paid parking. So I think it's 20 rand in a car, not a person. Sure, imagine if there were like 5 people in the car and it's like 20 rand per person. That's like 100 rand just to park your vehicle. What? So it is 20 rand a car, you park. We took the entrance closer to Vlogtober. So the very first circle from Vlogtober, we took that circle, and instead of going to the drop-off zone at the second circle, we took the third exit, right, that leads to the parking. Drove in, parked close to the escalators. Is it an escalator or a lift? Elevator. Escalator, escalator. Every time I hear the name, I always remember Trevor Noah's jerk. Anywho, we took the elevator because we parked at B2. We took the elevator to ground. Then as you come out of the elevator, you turn right. You'll see it. As you come out of the elevator, you'll see it on your right. Portugalo, you will not get lost. Alright? Take a walk and you get there, and then you get assisted. So with regards to the welcoming then, because I mean it was rainy on this particular day, but I imagine, and I've seen this restaurant on like hot days, it's always full, like there's people outside sitting on the outside terrace and inside, but we were welcomed very well. We walked in, we were asked, hi, table for how many? In fact, Tandy was just like, a table for 3.5, because I came with my niece, right? It was so cute. So we chose a table and we sat down. I immediately served with menus, immediately asked for drinks, gave us a little bit of time. So we were welcomed really well at the restaurant. I do get the vibe that it was a family restaurant, so it was really nice to see the warmth through the service. Alright, so let's get to the interior decor. Very traditional in colors. It was kind of dark. I don't know if the weather contributed to the darkness of the restaurant, but it was kind of dark. The light was low, and it wasn't very bright. But I'm not mad at it because it had traditional stones, as you would probably see in Portugal. I've seen pictures. I've never really been to Portugal, but I've seen pictures of Portugal, and the way the restaurant was designed looked very much like Portugal. So they really stuck to the theme of the restaurant. I mean, it's a Portuguese restaurant, so they stuck to the Portugal look. Makes sense, right? Yeah, not my style, but the fact that they carried that look throughout the restaurant, even upstairs, for me tells me that, you know, they're very intentional with the way they decorated the restaurant. Upstairs they also had a couple of couch seating and also individual tables, and they have additional tables as well upstairs. So I mean, I can imagine how full the restaurant can get, so the additional seating should assist them to seat more people. But all in all, even though it was not my style, it was good to see the whole look put together in that restaurant. Alright, ambiance. Okay, technically there was no ambiance because it was just my family and I. When we first arrived, there was a lady sitting at a table. She ate and she left. Then it was just my mom, my sister, and my niece and I. We literally looked like we booked out the whole restaurant for ourselves. It just literally looked like that. And also, the weather was to blame. It was gloomy weather, but it was also during the week, during the day. So most people are at work. What are they doing at the restaurant? But later on, just before we left, there was a gentleman who came in to work and eat at the restaurant as well. So there was no ambiance. But I've seen the restaurants once or twice, and I've seen how full it is, and I've seen it's very family orientated kind of restaurant. So I would say the kind of ambiance, if you are a family and you're looking for a restaurant to go sit and eat, that's it. If you've got kids, it's actually a nice place to take for kids, because when it is nice and hot, just outside the restaurant there's a water feature, and kids love to play at that water feature. So it's a really great way to keep the kids entertained, and also you as an adult enjoy the meals. Menu, it was quite an extensive menu. I previously mentioned that they had traditional Portuguese meals on the menu, but they also had small meals, your normal chicken livers, chips, and then they had burgers, pasta. I didn't see pizza, but I did see your main meals like your grills, your steak, and your fish. They also had seafood, and they had like 2 little lines for kids meals, chicken strips, which my niece had, but there's also something else that I've not forgotten. But they had a very extensive menu. They also had dessert section, drinks. They do have adult juice. You know what I mean by that, right? They have adult juice. So if you're keen on, you know, having an adult juice and your kids and family members and whatever, you can have normal drinks. They also have that available. Service. I think I've already touched on service earlier when I was speaking about the reception. Fantastic service, especially from Tandiwe, who served us. She did the most, and I was very pleased in the way. I must tell you something. I'm a kizomba dancer, so I'm a seasoned kizomba dancer. So when I heard the kizomba music, I just wanted to dance, which I did. I danced. I danced my niece too, but I danced to some kizomba music. And then I noticed that they increased the volume. I mean, listen, it was just us at the restaurant, okay? So she did the most, and she increased the volume just a tad so I can hear it and I can dance to it and I enjoy myself. It was a really cool vibe. I really enjoyed that part a lot. And then also just the way she timed things was very, very effortless. So she knew when to come to clear the table. She knew when to come to ask, "Are you guys okay? Do you need anything else?" She knew to come to, like, she just knew. She's like in my head, and she knew when to come, because I'm very pedantic about, please can you come clear the table. I'm very, if you watch the other restaurant reviews I have on my channel, you'll notice that when it comes to service, I feel like it's almost 50% of my experience at the restaurant. Okay, that's excessive, but you get my point. Like, it plays a big role in whether I'm gonna come back to your restaurant or not. You need to serve me right. I didn't come to spend my money for free, yeah? I'm looking for good service and good food, and I will create the vibe, because I am the vibe. Yes! But the point here is that we were served really well, and I was very pleased in the way that she served us, and she deserved every piece or every coin or every cent of the tip that she got. Other things to mention, which I've probably already mentioned, it's easy to get there. You will not get lost. Service is amazing. The restaurant is a pretty restaurant, not my style, but pretty nonetheless. And it is a good place for lunch and dinner. You don't really have to book. You just pitch up really. You just pitch up. And it's a good place to get to entertain your kids with the space close by, right? With that water feature at Montecasino. Yeah. There's nothing really else about this restaurant that I wanted to say, but yeah. Alright, so before I start with the ratings, what are you doing if you have not subscribed to my channel? Like, subscribe to my channel, child, okay? Don't be the loser. Just subscribe to the channel, be the winner, and join the Q familia. Okay, great. So now let's get to the ratings. Food. Now, what I had was very spicy and hot. I'm not a spicy hot food type of person, but it was like so spicy I just kept eating. I wanted to just keep eating. It was so weird, but the food was amazing. I tasted my niece's chicken strips. I mean, you can't really get chicken wrong. You really can't. But that was delicious with the sauce. I had a little bit of my sister's chicken. That was not delicious. Yes, that chicken was yummy. Okay, and what I had the chicken prawn curry off of the Portuguese traditional meals menu section, and it was spicy, but it was so good. The rice was just well done, and it was just so hot, but it was so juicy, and the prawns tasted really nice. So for the food, I'm gonna give them a 7.5, only because I was not used to the kind of food. It's different and all that, but it wasn't amazing as well. It wasn't like, oh, it was just good food. It was nice, it was delicious, but it was just good food. So okay, drinks. So my sister and I had Coke, and my mom had water, Coke, tea, and then Coke. I mean, so that was just your normal stuff, right? But they did have a large range on their menu of drinks, so because of that, I'm gonna give them an 8. Their service is the one thing that I will rave about this restaurant. Portugalo. They're getting a 9. That service was impeccable. Hands down, one of the best services I've received at a restaurant. The venue itself, like I said, the decor was not my style, you know, but it was a cute little restaurant. Not little, but it was a cute restaurant, and because of that, I'm giving them a 7. Cleanliness, very clean. I checked that out. If you watch any of my other restaurant reviews, you will know that I'm big on cleanliness at a restaurant. Who wants to eat at a dirty restaurant? Nobody, and definitely not me. So they're getting an 8. Menu selection, it was a wide range, a lot on their menu, so because of that, they're getting a 7.5. Ambiance, there was none of it when I was there. I've seen it before, but I did not experience it. So because I did not experience it, they're getting a 5. Alright, so the total here is 54, which then gives us an average of 7.4. I think it's a good enough rating for the restaurant I was at. I mean, I might go again. For what reason though? Maybe to try some other meals. But I think 7.4 is a decent score and rating. I'm not mad at the restaurant. I'm not mad at it at all. But yeah, it wasn't like the best. Alright, we've come to the end of this restaurant review. I really hope it was informative and will help you make a decision to visit it. In the meantime, please like this video, comment down below which restaurant you might want me to review for you, and until the next video, be safe, be happy, and God bless. Mwah.